If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
So I want to talk about something real quick. So Ray is the first player in NFL history to have 30 interceptions. But that's not good enough for him, though. So Ray is on his way to have 40 sacks and 30 interceptions, which is it's already unheard of. But can you just talk about that? Like, you know, you played against quarterbacks going back 15, 16 years. So have you picked off Dan Marino or talk about some of the older guys you played against and some of the guys? Well, I mean, this is true though. This is true. And then now you know like you're playing against first-round draft pick guys like like Matt Stafford or the kid in Sam Bradford, exactly, for St. Louis. So like just talk about some of the quarterbacks going back to some Hall of Famers you picked off and sacked, and now the guys that are doing it today, like even got great guys like Michael Vick. So just to shed a little bit of light on that.
Yeah, I just I credit a lot of that to just longevity and really making my mind up at a very young age about what I wanted to do. I didn't shy away from it because I knew I was willing to work at it. I don't have a secret or a blueprint that I can just pass along to anybody. The blueprint is very simple. Believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, set a goal, set a journey, create your own legacy, and chase it every day of your life. And that's all I did. So when you talk about, and that's why I tell people a lot of times, I don't never want to go back to be a 22, 23-year-old Ray Lewis, because it was too much I didn't know then. Right. Now playing the game now, I appreciate the game more now than I could ever appreciate the game. And that's why you hear me speak about, most of the time when my speeches come up, it's all about the moment. Right. It's all about living right now in the moment. These moments will never be again. Don't do this again. Don't do this again. What would you do with a man next to you? What would you give?
You sound like you've been working.
He said practicing that.
You just made Ray blush. What does that mean?
Oh man, we go crazy when we.
Oh my goodness! You guys have no clue what goes on in our locker room. If you only knew.
So who was your first career interception? Do you remember?
Yeah. Oakland. Yeah, Oakland, 1996. My first game we played Oakland here, and they threw a pass in the end zone to the tight end. And I kind of wrestled it away from him and pulled it through his leg.
Gannon? Was it Gannon?
Billy Joe Hobart, I think.
It was Billy Joe Hobart.
Yeah, some trivia right there.
I'm so not thinking of a nerd I am, so
Absolutely great.
Ray Lewis, Brendon Ayanbadejo here on Monday Night Live on WNST. We're out here at High Tops. Ray, do the numbers, do they mean anything to you, though? Is it the point where, does that really let you sink in? Wow, this is amazing. 40 sacks, 30 interceptions. Does it matter to you, or are you the type of person that just says, well, you know what matters to me, number 41?
Yeah, you know what an old man told me a long time ago? He said, men and women lie, the numbers don't. And it speaks volumes, when you have a certain number.
Sure.
This number is a legacy. Somebody's chasing it, the next one is chasing it, the next one is chasing it. And you just set a legacy. And at the end of the day, the numbers are going to remain one thing, but your name is what is going to exist forever. And somebody's going to be chasing that name for a long time. So for that name, to come in Baltimore in 1996 when we did not have a ball club, and for that name 16 years later to become the first player in NFL history to do it, that's overwhelming.
Sure.
It's kind of hard to put that into emotions, because I'm not done yet. So it's like I'm still a creator.
I'm glad you've gone back to '96 because I wanted to bring up the passing of Pat Modell recently.
Yeah.
The fact that you've been around since day one and what the Modells went through in bringing the team to Cleveland or out of Cleveland to Baltimore, and what you've seen, what this team has done for this city, what you guys have done from day one establishing it. Do you think that in the story of the Modells and the story of Art Modell that it's sometimes forgotten how important it was for this city, not erasing what happened in Cleveland?
Yeah. And I truly believe sometimes when God got something for you, He won't agree with what man has for you. Man can have one thing for you, God can have a totally different thing for you. And when you watch the benchmark of what the Modells represented, I just went to her funeral today and we laid her to rest. Miss Pat Modell, and every time she saw me, she used to always grab my face and always let me know how special I was as a son. you know, and I had another mother, you know, and a woman that, you know, I'm just another businessman that works for her, but she treated everybody like we were one of her own, you know. And Mr. Modell, I can't send no more higher praises than telling you that's a father that I wish was my father.
Wow.
You know, because he's that type of man. He's the man that always represents what you want to be as a father. And to kiss him today and to really look into his eyes and tell him, don't walk this by yourself. Do it with us. And since 1996, I grew with this family. So we became a family now. So there's no separation of us. So when one of us hurt, all of us hurt. You know, so all of us mourn today. And, you know, it was a somber day for us as a family, but it was a rejoicing day because she left a legacy.
Sure.
She left a legacy of love and compassion and really going out and be successful, how successful she was in her career, and then getting with somebody and marrying them and live life the way life's supposed to be lived, you know, until we all could be called home one day. So Pat Modell was an extraordinary woman, and I'm proud as a man to say I did know her.
Let's talk some football.
Yeah.
It's funny.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.